Morning, my dear children. Today we are going to continue our history chapter 2, New Kings and Kingdoms. A closer look the Cholas. So, let us see the map first. So, this is the southern map of India. You can see the shaded part that was the area ruled by the Chola kingdom or the Cholas. Kanchipuram and Tanjavur was the two flourishing cities in the Chola kingdom, and Kanchipuram was the capital city of the Cholas. Now let's see in detail. Administration of the empire. First of all, we are going to see the Cholas under that the administration of the empire, that much big empire. How it was administrated? Peasant settlements called Ur prospered with the spread of irrigation. First of all, peasants are the farmers. This settlement their community that's called Ur. So these are all the particular Tamilian words. Ur is a word prospered with the spread of irrigation if there is water supply. Of course, farms are going to develop. Groups of villagers were called Nadu, which performed several administrative functions. So, what are the groups of villagers are called? They were called as Nadus. Here, the group of villagers then united together, then it becomes taluk. So the group of taluks becomes district. The group of district becomes the nation. But in those days, group of villagers were called Nadu. Rich peasants of Vellala caste, we have already studied the word Vellala. Then Ulavar, then Adimai. Do you remember this in your previous classes? Of course, the rich peasants of Vellala. Vellala means again it's a Tamil word. Caste exercised control over Nadu affairs. Nadu is, we have already studied, the group of villagers were called Nadus and who were looking after these administrative functions. These Vellala caste. Titles like Muvendavelan, then Arayar, etc. were granted to the rich peasants by the Chola kings along with important offices. Important offices means important post. Along with that, some of the titles were also being given to them, like Muvendavelan, then Arayar. So again, I am saying that these are all Tamil words and these are the titles granted to the rich peasants by the Chola kings. Then let's continue administration. Association of traders were known as Nagaram. So what is Nagaram? Is an association of traders. Traders association is called as Nagaram. Also performed administrative functions in town. Vellala caste also performed administrative function. Then Nagaram or the Association of Traders also performed the administrative functions in town. Inscriptions also mention in about Sabha. The Sabha had a separate committee to look after irrigation works, gardens, temples, etc. So, the total inscription the Tamil inscriptions, they mentions about the existence of Sabha. This Sabha had a separate committee to look after irrigation work. Then let's see agriculture and irrigation. Agriculture was well developed along with various methods of irrigation. So, in those days, only agriculture was well developed with the help of various methods of irrigation. First of all, what they did, they cleared the forest and they leveled and used for cultivation. Forests were cleared, so then leveled and used for cultivation. Embankments. Now, what is embankment? It is a wall of stone. Either it is a wall made up of stone or a wall made up of mud that is to build to stop a river from flooding. Embankments were built in the delta region. Delta were the three rivers or one or two, they join the main sea of ocean that is called the delta region. In those areas is embankments were built in order to prevent the flooding. Then canals carried water to the fields. What do you mean by canals? Have you seen canals? Through canals, what is water is provided or channeled through the agriculture fields. Wells and tanks were dug to collect water. See, rainwater harvesting. Nowadays, we are giving importance for that to collect rainwater. But in those days, they used to dig wells. They used to build tank and they can collect the rainwater. Then after this, agriculture and irrigation, now we are moving ahead with splendid, beautiful temples and bronze sculptures. Cholas were big temple builders. So all the Chola rulers, they were interested in the construction and maintenance of the temples. They were temple builders. Best one, Tanjavur and Gangai Konda Cholapuram are architectural and sculptural marvels. Marvels means we are using in the word marvelous, beautiful. So these two are Tanjavur and Gangai Konda Cholapuram are the best example for architectural and sculptural beauty. Chola temples became a center of settlement, means put this particular center, Chola temples became a center of settlement. Earlier we have seen the settlements were started where the river flourished. All the important civilization of the world were, it may be the Harappan civilization, isn't it? It flourished on the banks of river. Now, this particular statement says that Chola temples became the center of settlement. People started living in and around the temple, not in and around the water source. Why? The temples became the center of settlements. Simple thing, if the temple is there, automatically the devotees will come. If they come automatically, what will happen? The employment opportunities will generate. Produce from land was used for the maintenance of temples. So land produce, so they used to collect in the form of rent, tax, revenue, whatever it is, and that money was used for the maintenance of temples. Temples became the center of economic, social, and cultural life. Making bronze images was a distinctive craft, being the finest in the world. As we have seen bronze, that finest marvelous of bronze images were found. So during this time only, a distinctive different craft work and it being the finest work in the world. So next moving to from Urayur to Tanjavur. Urayur is a place and from there to Tanjavur. Vijayalaya belonged to the Chola family of Tanjavur. Then if you ask Vijayalaya is belong to the Chola family. The successors of Vijayalaya conquered the neighboring regions and the kingdom grew in size and power. Successor after Vijayalaya, whomsoever succeeded him, they conquered the captured the neighboring regions here and there, and the kingdom grew in size and power. Rajaraja first, another powerful Chola ruler, extended control over the other areas. Vijayalaya is the first one founded, then Rajaraja first, he is the powerful Chola ruler. Then his son Rajendra first conquered Sri Lanka and the countries of Southeast Asia. And this is all about the Cholas. Okay, so here we have ending this chapter. Thank you.